Hey you guys, welcome back to the Dayones. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get into this video today about Cassie as well as Diddy, go ahead and like the video, comment down below, and if you are new, smash that subscribe button to take flight with us.
Fake love, I don't need it, you can keep it as a fact. I had to make up my mind. I took that weight on my shoulders. I done been down for so long.
Well, Cassie and Diddy, you guys, are trending in entertainment news today because Cassie recently filed a lawsuit against Diddy, according to the New York Times. As you guys may know, Diddy used to date Cassie for several years, you guys, and was once upon a time even signed to his label. According to the New York Times, Sean Combs, the producer and music mogul who has been one of the most famous names in hip-hop for decades, was sued in federal court on Thursday by Cassie, an R&B singer who accused Mr. Combs for SA as well as PA over about a decade. In the suit filed in federal district court in Manhattan, Cassie, whose real name is Cassie Ventura and who had long been Diddy's romantic partner, says that not long after she met him in 2005 when she was 19, he began a pattern of control and abuse that included plying her with drugs, beating her, and forcing her to have sex with a succession of male prostitutes while he filmed the encounters. In 2018, the suit says near the end of their relationship, Diddy forced his way into her home and forced himself on top of her. And after years in silence and darkness, Cassie said in a statement, "I am finally ready to tell my story and to speak up on behalf of myself and for the benefit of other women who face violence and abuse in their relationships." In response to Cassie's claims, a lawyer for Diddy, Ben Brafman, said that Diddy vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. For the past 6 months, Diddy has been subjected to Cassie's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail. Despite withdrawing her initial threat, Cassie has now resorted to filing a lawsuit riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, aiming to tarnish Diddy's reputation and seeking a payday. Douglas Wigdor, a lawyer for Cassie, said the parties had spoken before the suit was filed. Diddy offered Cassie 8 figures to silence her and prevent the filing of this lawsuit, he said. She rejected his efforts. Cassie's case is the latest in a series of assault civil suits filed recently against prominent men in the music industry, including Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, the executive L.A. Reid, and Neil Portnow, the former head of the organization behind the Grammy Awards. Mr. Portnow has denied the accusation. Mr. Tyler and Mr. Reid have not responded. Diddy, who is 54, founded Bad Boys in 1993 and became one of the primary figures in the commercialization of hip-hop, working with stars like Notorious B.I.G. and Mary J. Blige. His net worth has been estimated as high as $1 billion, and last year Forbes calculated that Diddy's annual earnings at $90 million, attributing that amount largely to his former partnership in a liquor brand, Ciroc, that is owned by spirits giant Diego. Diddy, who in his career has variously been known as Puff Daddy, Diddy, and Love, may be the most famous music executive of his generation, but the suit depicts Diddy as a violent person who beyond repeatedly assaulted Cassie, asking her to carry his gun in her purse, and the suit suggests he was responsible for blowing up the car of a rival suitor. In one incident, the suit says that Diddy dangled a friend of Cassie's over a 17th floor hotel balcony. And I mean, wow. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below, you guys, and let me know how y'all feel about this situation. In naming additional defendants, the court papers assert that others who worked with Diddy had helped him to control Cassie at times by threatening her with retribution, like suppressing her music if she did not obey his orders, or by helping to conceal his behavior. The suit, which names Diddy and a number of his associated companies as defendants, seek unspecified damages. According to Cassie's suit, she was swept into Diddy's jet-set lifestyle not long after meeting him and signing with Bad Boy, which released her debut album in 2006. But the suit says he soon began to assert an extraordinary level of command over her life. In addition to controlling her career, he paid for her car, apartments, and clothing, and even had access to her personal medical records. According to the suit, the results from an MRI scan she had for memory loss, possibly caused by drug use or by a beating she has suffered from Diddy, went directly to Diddy. Diddy also provided Cassie with copious amounts of drugs, including ecstasy and ketamine, and urged her to take them, the suit says, and often became violent, beating her multiple times each year. The suit says that Cassie never went to the police because she feared it would merely give Diddy another excuse to hurt her. In one incident in Los Angeles in 2009, the suit says that Diddy became enraged when he saw Cassie talking to another talent agent, then pushed her into a car and kicked her repeatedly in the face, making her bleed. According to the lawsuit, Diddy then had his staff bring her to a hotel room to recuperate for a week. She asked to go home to her parents, but Diddy refused. The lawsuit goes on to say that after seeing the violent repercussions of rejecting Diddy and the extent to which he would isolate her from her support network, Cassie felt that saying no to Diddy would cost her something: her family, her friends, her career, or even her life. And though she tried to leave Diddy, the suit says he sent his employees to lure her back. In one incident described in the court papers, Cassie says that in early 2012, Diddy grew so angry about her dating the rapper Kid Cudi that he said he will blow up the rapper's car. Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway, and through a spokeswoman, Kid Cudi confirmed Cassie's account. This is all true, he said. A few years into Cassie's relationship with Diddy, the suit says, he began coercing her to engage in a fantasy of his called voyeurism, in which she directed to have sex with a succession of male prostitutes while Diddy watched, masturbated, took pictures, and shot video. According to the lawsuit, Diddy called these encounters freak-offs, which involved costumes like masquerade masks and lingerie. They continued for years, taking place at high-end hotels across the United States and in Mr. Combs' home. The lawsuit also says that Diddy instructed Cassie to search the websites of escort services to procure male sex workers. DRUGs were supplied at these events, which Cassie's suit says she took them because they allowed her to disassociate during these horrific encounters. According to the lawsuit, Cassie would delete videos from these incidents that had been shot on her phone, but Diddy told her he still had access to those videos and on a flight once made her watch a video she thought she had deleted. The suit says that as a result of these encounters in different cities, that Cassie was a victim of trafficking, and the suit also accuses Diddy of battery, assault, and violations of New York gender-motivated violence law. Cassie's lawsuit includes several accounts of her unsuccessful attempts to escape Diddy's control. In one example, the suit says that during a freak-off at a Los Angeles hotel in 2016, an intoxicated Diddy punched Cassie in the face, giving her a black eye. He fell asleep and she tried to leave the room, but Diddy woke up and followed her into the hallway, where he threw glass vases at her, sending glass shattering throughout the corridor, according to the court filing. And the hotel security cameras captured that incident, but the suit says that Diddy paid the hotel $50,000 for the footage. The court filing also says that in 2018, after Diddy and Cassie met for dinner, he forced himself into her apartment and forced himself on top of her while she repeatedly said no and tried to push him away. After that, the lawsuit says that she left him for good. Cassie married Alex Fine, a personal trainer, the following year, and now has 2 young children. According to the complaint, her association with Bad Boy ended in 2019. Cassie's case, like other recent SA lawsuits, is being brought under the Adult Survivors Act, a New York law that allows people who say they were victims of SA to file civil suits after the statute of limitations has expired. The 1-year window to bring cases under this law ends next week. That law is cited in Cassie's complaint, and in a statement, she addressed its importance. With the expiration of New York's Adult Survivors Act fast approaching, she said, it became clear that this was an opportunity to speak up about the trauma I have experienced and that I will be recovering from for the rest of my life.
Sleeping from sofa to sofa. Now I'ma step on these little bitty bitches. Here's some brand new Gucci loafs. Some Gucci walking. I got tired of eating Big Mama's chicken. Now it's business when I walk.